Hi guys, Paul here. Today I'm going to be doing a video with a new soap. This soap is from a artisan in California, and it's called Chiseled Ghost Town Barber. I found this soap based on actually on another product that somebody had posted some pictures of, and thought that this might be up my alley as far as an aftershave, and that aftershave is the Chiseled Cryogen. This is a highly mentholated aftershave, and someone had posted a picture that this was coming out, and I think they tagged me in the post and said that this might be something that I would be interested in. And when I read the description of it, it sounded like it would be right up my alley. So I went ahead and searched out the site, got the aftershave, and I was looking at some of the soaps and decided to go ahead and get the Ghost Town Barber. This one appealed to me quite a bit. And from the note list for the soap, it kind of was a list of things that I really like. So this soap, the notes are bergamot, basil leaf, white patchouli, oak moss, Texas cedar, leather, smoke, and gunpowder. And when I read this, it sounded like a kind of an earthy, smoky, kind of rough and tumble kind of scent, sort of thing that I really like. And when I got it, I was a little bit surprised. It wasn't as smoky or earthy or dirty as I would have thought from reading the notes, but I really love the scent of this, and I'll kind of describe this scent to you as I'm doing my shave here. I'm going to be using my Simpson Tulip 4 brush, and I'm just going to be using my regular old Gillette red tip. This has a treat blade in there, and we'll go ahead and give this a go. So just going to go ahead and start loading the brush. Give it a good loading, kind of, as I normally do. I load pretty heavily. Found that this works really well for me. So what does this soap smell like? This soap, when I opened it up and smelled it, it smells to me a lot like Mike's Barber Shop. If any of you guys have ever smelled Mike's soap, the barbershop scent, this definitely has that sort of thing going on with it. However, the more earthier, darker notes like the leather and the smoke and the gunpowder, oak moss, give this a little bit of added twist. And as you lather it, you get that kind of nice, clean barbershop scent, but underneath it, you have kind of this musty, earthy underpinnings to it. And when you think about a ghost town, at least when I do, I think about an old West ghost town with kind of broken down, old wooden buildings, a lot of dust, dirt roads, and this really captures, I think, that scene. You've got the barbershop scent, but then you've got this kind of earthy, musty, kind of old building kind of scent to it that the base notes give this stuff. And it really, the name and the scent really go together quite well. I think that they've really done a nice job kind of capturing the whole essence of a ghost, kind of what you would think, or their interpretation of a Ghost Town Barbershop would be. So good job on the scent. I really enjoy this one. Mike's Barbershop is one of my favorite scents, and then just adding kind of those darker notes to it just makes it even better for me. So really thrilled with it. As you can see, the performance of the soap is good. It lathers really quite easily. No problems with that at all. And just going to go ahead and just set my brush aside, set the soap aside, just rinse off my hands for a little bit, and we'll go ahead and get going with the shave. The Gillette Red Tip has always been, from the day I got it, one of my favorite vintage Gillette razors. I have about 3 or 4 vintage Gillettes that I really, really love. You know, this being one of them. Of course, my Aristocrat. I love the way that shaves. And my single ring open comb. Those 3 are all really fantastic. And you know, I would throw the Red Tip Rocket in there. I mean, basically the Red Tip Rocket and this razor pretty much shave the same. To me, I kind of put them right together. The main difference with those is of course the opening mechanism, but the shave itself feels pretty similar to me. So I'm not leaving that one out, but I just would lump that together with this, you know, as another Red Tip, just with a fancier, cooler opening mechanism. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but I'm using a treat blade in here. These treat blades, I think, are just their regular stainless steel ones. I will take a look at it here in a minute because I'm not really sure what the name of it is. Yeah, this is the Treat DuraSharp. They have a couple of different varieties of blades. People's thoughts on these blades are kind of mixed. You know, I think they're kind of a take it or leave it blade. A lot of guys don't really like the way they shave, but they always work pretty well for me. I get a good 3 shaves out of these, and then I'll pretty much toss them. Of course, in the Red Tip, I can pretty much get a good shave with just about any blade. It just works really well for me. So, 3rd and final pass. And I just want to make one comment about the Tulip. The Tulip really is a great brush. I love the Tulip handle. Huge fan of the Tulip handle. The way that it's contoured here really fits comfortably in the hand. This is a Tulip 4, which is the big one, and the handle on this is huge. It really fills the hand nicely. But I think one thing nice about the Tulip is that, you know, it's got a nice big handle, but the brush is not as dense as, say, like a Chubby, like the Chubby 3 or the Chubby 2. So you get a little bit, so a little bit more flexible. It doesn't have the same backbone as a Chubby does, but the flow through and the lather releasing ability of this brush is a little bit better. I think, you know, the Chubby does take some getting used to kind of get the proper amount of soap loaded onto it and whatnot. So, you know, for a guy that wants a big brush, you know, that's not as dense as a Chubby, has a little bit better flow through, this might be a good option for him. I'm very anxious to try that aftershave. I am a huge lover of menthol. Big fan of the fine snake bite, which I love. Got a nice menthol bite to it, but yet it's more or less unscented, except for the menthol, which is nice because if you like to wear aftershave and cologne and stuff like I do, you don't have to worry about the scent of your aftershave conflicting with your cologne. So, all right, just gonna go ahead and rinse off my face. So, anyways, I'm pretty happy with the chisel face Ghost Town Barber. Love the scent of it. Definitely bears a lot of similarities to Mike's Barbershop. That's definitely the primary scent you get with it, but with a little bit of a twist. It is definitely aptly named Ghost Town Barbershop. I think the smell of it really captures the whole essence of kind of what you'd expect in a ghost town barbershop without being, overly, dirty or sweaty or smoky. Still has kind of that nice clean barbershop smell, but with like a little, kind of musty twist to it, which is really cool. So good job on that, guys. I'm going to go ahead and use the Cryogen Mentholated aftershave. Again, this is not scented other than, at least that I can detect, other than pretty much the menthol. So on application, it has a little bit of a sting to it, but not a super heavy sting from that you would see from something like Clubman or whatever. This does have a mixture of alcohol, witch hazel, aloe vera, and I think it has some other stuff in there, but it has a nice feel when you put it on the face. It's not, even though it has the aloe vera in it, it's not tacky like some other aftershaves are. And as far as the coldness goes, this is pretty much an in-your-face sort of coldness that like you would get with acid drug or something like that. You put it on, you definitely feel a coldness, and as it's sitting here, it definitely builds. The fumes from the menthol are definitely kind of rising up and kind of make your eyes want to water a little bit. So this, for guys that love menthol and like a heavy menthol aftershave, I think this one is going to really fit the bill for you. So anyways, guys, that's my shave. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any comments or questions, well, go ahead and post them below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Have a great weekend. See you later. Bye-bye.